Well, it is time for Tech Tuesday. You know, last week we first told you that Netflix is expanding beyond television and movies. The streaming service is now offering video games.
Yeah, plus we're getting a glimpse into vaccines of the future. Of course, it involves robots.
Of course.
So here to break all that down is Greg Nibler, our tech expert. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah, some pretty exciting stuff going on. As you mentioned, Netflix, getting into the world of gaming. So something they originally announced back in July, but now going forward with some games that you can actually play. And it may be a question for a lot of people of why, and really it's to get your attention and keep you within the app. If you think about it, they've got a lot of competition with Disney Plus and all the other streaming services that are out there. There's a million of them at this point, and Netflix wants you to stay with them. So they want you to start playing some of these mobile games. And a couple of things to start off with is how to play them. One, for Android users, these are again mobile, so Android, iOS. Android users are going to have an easier time of getting these right now because of some rule issues. So Android users can go and play them. I actually played some of them. I'll talk about that here in a second. iOS users, it's going to be a little bit trickier. If you weren't paying attention or didn't notice this, there was a huge lawsuit that went down about Apple games and different games that are within the Apple Store. So that could play in there a little bit of how you get access to the Netflix games, but it will be coming for iOS users too. But what games are available? This is the part that I think is kind of interesting. There's a few right now. There's like a hoops game. There's a card game that I started playing last night just to test it out before this. And before I knew it, I had played it for like 20 minutes. So be careful. They're you'll get sucked into them. But also you've got games based on franchises like Stranger Things, two different versions of those. They've tested those out before. They're pretty fun, and they're actually right there within the app. But I think that's kind of a sign of the future of adapting a bunch of their franchises into games. And there is one that is getting adapted. I just checked on this morning. Bridgerton is going to be getting its own mobile game. I don't know how that works, right? I have not watched the show, well aware of its popularity. So, you know, that's another possibility there. You could be playing Bridgerton.
I feel like maybe that would be like a fancy English version of The Sims. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm with you, Greg. I haven't seen Bridgerton either. So we're, two of just a few people who have not seen that show.
Right, yeah. We're in the minority for sure on that.
Yeah.
Well, we understand that, vaccines and shots of the future may be administered by something other than people. This is important, especially as, shots for kids are starting to open up.
Yeah, so this is from a company called Cobionics, and it's another kind of experiment into robotics. And we know a lot of people are working on robotics right now, but it's how that works. So there's kind of twofold to this. One, they want to create a robot that's easily adaptable to a lot of different projects. So it's really software updates that allow this thing to do a lot of different things for maybe small businesses or for a mass use case like vaccines. And that's what they demonstrated here with this. So the robot's called Kobi. And the idea would be, this would be how you get your vaccine shots or whatever it may be. It would, ease it up so doctors and nurses could free up some of their time. Also, stay away just in case there's issues of that to keep it more sterile. I think for a lot of people, the idea of whether you want a robot giving you a shot may be kind of a concern. That's why they did think about this. So it's not exactly a needle that comes out. It's a different kind of vaccine to where they said it's the size of a human hair, and it actually puts the vaccine under the skin or the shot, whatever it may be. So it's not completely a needle like we are used to, but nonetheless, this is how maybe we could be getting these kinds of things in the future, as far as going up and just having a kiosk or something even.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I mean, there's a lot of people that already don't like needles, and I feel like a giant robot arm with a needle is somehow way more terrifying. I want that nice nurse to tell me it's going to be okay and then give me a lollipop after. It's just a little more
distract
comforting.
you with the story.
Well, they can probably program the robot to give you a lollipop too, though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
if they
you can get that
do
part of it.
That helps. That helps. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to see if that comes to a doctor's office near you. I don't know. Hey, you've got some new footage of an electric flying car racing. I feel like, so this is the beginning of a flying car racing league. This could be the next fun sport to watch.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. This company's been teasing this for a while, and I know I talk about flying cars a lot, but I think it's pretty cool if this comes to fruition. So this is from a company called Airspeeder, and they tested it out down in Adelaide, Australia, and that's where they're based out of. And the idea is they want to have flying car races, an actual league that's going to launch. And this demonstration shows two of them. So they're They look more like giant drones than anything else. These two that they showed weren't piloted, and these ones go about 60 some miles an hour, but this is kind of the prototype for what they want to launch next year, which are actual ones with pilots in them going about 186 miles an hour. They said that they can go with these things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. And they need to set it up in probably places like deserts. So I'm going to guess Las Vegas could be one of the locations. And they said that that's the plan, is that the next year when the league launches, they've got several different locations around the world where this will be taking place. You'll have actual drivers that'll be part of it. It's a whole sponsored thing. So they think this could be the next big sport with airspeeder racing.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be on ESPN 7 or 8
Right? Yeah.
one day. No
Yeah.
doubt about it.
Oh man,
Yep.
that is wild. Well, Greg, thanks as always for all your tech wisdom. We'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
And for more tech tidbits, you can always follow Greg on Twitter. He is @GregNibbler.